Hello, friends. Good to see you. Welcome to our Sunday morning village gathering. It's time for our Tarot Topics newsletter recap. We do these on Sunday when schedule allows. Tarot Topics newsletter comes into your inbox every Wednesday. You can subscribe. You can read this week's newsletter. It's all in a link in the description. So this week's newsletter, Lunar New Year, obviously was this past week on Tuesday. And I just noticed the similarity, right? This is the year of the fire horse. So that happens every 60 years. We know that that Chinese Zodiac has 5 elements where Western has 4. So it's different. But I thought it was so interesting that the tarot card of the year is the Wheel of Fortune, fire element, and Chinese Zodiac, fire horse. It's all about the fire. So that made me really excited. So we know what the fire energy is, right? It's your passion. It's your creativity. It's your motivation. And so that's what the newsletter was about, is that fire energy. You can ask pretty much anything you want since, fire is an element that we deal with every day. I'll find a way to make it work with the theme. Ask whatever you want, but that's what we're about today. We're about the energy of fire and what it does for us in our lives. All right, ask anything you want. Let's get on over to Card Cam. So nice to see all of you. All right, we're going to start with Divyan. So good to see you, Divyan Shamishra. Glad you're here. What do I need to know right now? Okay, that's easy. Well, it's interesting because look, King of Wands, epitome of fire, the highest rank of fire. Divyan, what you need to know right now is you have access to that fire energy to motivate you, to inspire you, and to move you forward. That's what you need to know right now. And you want to take that energy and run with it. Jenna Perkins, I am so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We are welcoming you back after your surgery. Good morning. Surgery went well. I'm doing a lot better than I thought. Very good. That's what we want to hear. Thanks for sending love and healing. I would like to know what 2026 has in store for me. Yeah, good question. Now we got that over with. So here's the thing. If you come at this year with a idea that you have to be perfect and it has to go perfectly, you will be miserable. It is time for you to let go of every bit of perfectionism that you have. This is a year of growth. This is a year of healing. This is a year of pushing forward. It's perfect for the fire energy. But what's not here is fire. We've got water, earth, air. And there's a lot this year, Jenna, that is going to be a little bit challenging. But if you rise to the challenge, you're going to find that you are able to learn a lot, figure out a lot, do a lot, heal from a lot. And ultimately, it is that fire energy that's going to guide you. Do we expect an easy year for you? We don't. It already hasn't been. But we do expect a year that moves you forward. Just like the Wheel of Fortune does, just like fire does. Yeah, there you go. All right. Over on Twitch. Good to see you, LA Lore. Glad you're here. A card for my brother-in-law. Another fire card, which is cool since we're talking about fire. And a card that speaks of a man who is a leader in his community. So whether or not your brother-in-law sees himself that way, there is a sense of him either needing to step up to leadership or to allow someone in a leadership position to help him. there is a need to recognize his responsibility to the people around him and to the community, and to fulfill that responsibility to the best of his ability. Let me know if that makes sense. Astro Ascension, Barbie Bird, Claire C., so great to see all of you. Jenna Perkins says, love that. Thank you. Perfect. So glad you are on the other side of that surgery. All right. Oh, L.A. Law makes sense. Okay, you got it. Thank you. Trey Cameron. Okay, first of all, fun fact about the horse. I love this. Thank you, Trey, and thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. It can actually represent laziness and someone that rests on their laurels due to the beauty of the horse. They can be spoiled. Will they actually go the distance? And I love that insight, because I think so often, whether we're talking about a tarot card, an astrological sign, anything, we want to simplify it and we want to take it in its most simple terms. I feel like that might work in Lenormand or Kipper, but certainly never works in any form of astrology, never works in tarot. There's always multiple layers, right? It's the same way that people will look at the 10 of Cups and say, oh, happily ever after, no question, because it looks that way, right? No, that's a really good point, Trey. Okay. Trey's question, would love to know if I can use this energy, this fire energy, to finish my book this year. All right. You can. And look, all the water comes up, right? Can you use the fire energy to finish your book? And what comes up? All the water. So what do we do with that? Like, on one hand, I'm like, well, of course you can, but there are other things at play. You are not singularly fire. You are not singularly focused, and you can't be, because there are many other things to do this year as well. So can you use this energy? Yes. But here's what I would say. Harness it in a magical way, like a particular candle that you light when you're going to write. So as soon as you're getting ready to write, or you have time to write, even if you don't feel like writing, you light the candle and you say, here comes the fire energy. And then you sit with that and do that work. That would be a way to do that, I think. Over on Instagram, Panini Kalua. We know that's Nalini Kalu. It's such a fun name on Instagram. That's so fun. I would like to know what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing into my life soon. Well, we already know what it has brought was the return of B, which I think you've already handled, or I think you are handling appropriately. Because the Wheel of Fortune can bring things back around, right? But, you know, the fire energy here can motivate you to your creativity and to your understanding that you are the main character. Everyone in your life has wanted to make you the supporting character. You're the main character. Remember it. All right. And anyone else joining on Instagram? I see you, Shabanaz. Susanna, I see you. Go ahead and let me know if you have a question. Okay. And Trey says that makes sense. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thanks for being here at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday. Jeannie Mnuchin, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. I long for the fire horse and the Wheel of Fortune, but I feel anxious and plagued with doubts, which are entering my dreams. Last night, I dreamed an old colleague was opening a successful and well-attended show at her new art center, and I had a business on the 3rd floor of the same business, of the same building, but it was inactive and no one knew about it, and I had forgotten why I had it. Wow, that dream is such a clear illustration of, I think, how you often feel. Um, and I feel like there's more because we sort of end with a sentence, I really need to find, and then I don't have what comes up next, but I could fill it in. You really need to find your property, but you also, excuse me, you also really need to find that inner fire energy. That's what you really need to find. So how do you find that inner fire energy, Jeannie? You know, it's really what Benito said at the beginning of his halftime show. I'm here for one reason, because I believed in myself. That's how he went from bagging groceries to playing the halftime show in 10 years. And that's what this is about, right? What you have to find is your belief in yourself. And I'm going to argue that's a fire thing too. So maybe it's time for some candle magic about that. Get a candle and light it. And every time you light it, that flame reminds you to believe in yourself. Maybe that's what needs to happen there. Good luck. Oh, skip a line to read more. Really? Yeah, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. Control room, do you see what comes next for Jeannie? I don't have it. Jeannie, if you could reiterate it, like the next thing I have is skip a line to read more. So we don't have it. You may see it, we don't have it. So if you could share it, I will answer it. Thanks. Not sure. Oh, got it. Found it. No, that's what I got too. Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Got it. A home for my work and myself and not stay with the King of Wands reverse card that has shown up recently. When will the symbolism and the energies of this year become active in my life? Cool. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Okay. So the thing is, I don't think it's waiting for the energies to show up. I think you have to bring them. That's the thing. I think it's within you. You have to bring it. You have to find the fire within you. Don't wait for it to show up. I think that is important for you and for everybody. In terms of finding the right property, I absolutely feel like you can, and I feel like you can do it in the next 3 months, which will be certainly within the time frame that you need. So yeah, I think you can absolutely do that. But I also feel like what you need to find is that internal fire. Like that really is it. And those two things will go together. The building is the physical manifestation of the internal flame that is within you. And I think you just need to feel it. Good luck. Good luck. And yeah, man, that dream tells you everything you need to know. You need to put yourself in the main floor of that building. Like I would use that dream, Jeannie, as a meditative technique. Go in, kick the bitch on the first floor out, put your art in there. Now it's yours. I would do that, and I would do it every day. No aspersions on the bitch on the first floor. I'm sure she's a very nice colleague. But in the dream, she represents something. You see what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Smile Soul 20. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. What do my ancestors want me to know? It is good that you are doing your best to stay positive. Also do your best to be out of the comfort zone and build toward a good summer. Like I feel like you are more a summer person than a winter person. You're moving towards summer and they're working to make sure you have a good summer. All right. Over on Twitch, I see a few people here. Thanks for being here. We've got Syrafem, Naturel, and V. You're up next, Twitch. Glad you're here. Sarafim. I'm wondering if I'm going through an ego death. I don't know how else to describe what I've been feeling. Well, what have you been feeling? I mean, I think you're coming to some growth and truth. I think you're coming to some healing and new perspective. I wouldn't call it an ego death. I would just call it new perspective, looking at things differently. Some of it feels a little hurtful, or maybe as the result of something hurtful. But I feel like it's really a process of figuring out what is true about you. I would say it's more understanding identity. And that can be painful, and it can take a long time to figure out who you are versus who you thought you were, who you wanted to be, who other people wanted you to be. Could be something like that. Let me know what you think. Okay, Naturel. I am well. I hope you're well too. I'm wondering if I should go home for a few hours and get these books, or if I should go straight back to school. Which one would be better? I don't want to hurt my parents' feelings since I can't stay long. Okay. Home for a few hours. Back to school. I think you're going to have to go back to school and go home and get the books a different time. And just let your parents know. Okay. And V365. Can I get a general message? Yes, you sure can. V, I feel like there's a lot going on here around not doing what you want to do or what you need to do. And it feels like there are people trying to help you, but it also feels like V, there's something that you need to put closure to. There is healing that you need. And once you find that healing, you'll be able to do what you want to do. Like, that is really clear to me. And as I said, there are people who want to help you. I think that I'm not sure that the people who want to help you are the right people to help you. That's the thing. So it's about healing. Broadly, it's about healing, V. Naturel. I don't even want to tell them I'm here right now. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Got it. Got it. And please, may I never be the mother or grandmother. That's a lesson to all of us, everyone. Got it. Got it. Escabro, good to see you. I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well. You can ask anything you want today. Barbie Bird. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. I just love a general reading on the topic. What must I know? So, I mean, I think the thing is, and I think people, and I'm not just saying this to you, Barbie, it just shows up so strongly in your cards. People think about astrology or, you know, anything that sort of shows us the energy available to us. They see it as something that is bringing us something. And so often, it's just making something available. What we do with it is up to us. And for you, Barbie, here you have the fire available, but you're not feeling the fire. You're feeling a lot of other things. And I think what you need to do, like the thing about, like the Wheel of Fortune moves swiftly, fire moves swiftly, sometimes horses move swiftly. I think that I think that there's some stuff inside you, Barbie, that needs to be acknowledged. That the best thing that you could use this fire energy for right now is to bring out whatever it is that keeps you from just running with your own internal fire and being in that place of joy and enthusiasm and motivation. Whatever keeps you from that is inside you, I think this year it needs to be figured out. It needs to come out. It needs to be let go of. So you can do that and really enjoy your internal fire. Barbie, that's a big one. Yeah. But it happens from time to time. We have times where like, this is time for this big thing to come out, and that's what has to happen. I think that's this year. I wouldn't know where to start. You know what helped me a lot for that was EMDR, to be honest with you. A therapeutic technique, that's one. There are others that really brings out what is the internal story that I'm telling myself that I don't even know what that I'm telling myself. You've been doing that. Good. That may really help for years. Oh, maybe not. So, Barbie, maybe in your own practice, that's the question you need to keep asking. What is the story my internal self is telling my internal self that I'm not aware of that is holding me back? That's the question. That's the story. That's the exploration. So it may be divination that's going to help with that. That's the thing. Because if it hasn't come up in 4 years in EMDR, it's probably not gonna. Sorry. To be honest, I think I'll never know until I'm dead. I am sure there are things we will know when we're dead that we don't know now. I'm sure of that. But this should not be one of those things. No. But it is a lifelong exploration, for sure. Okay, Astro Ascension. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Hope you're feeling better. You really went through it recently. What does the fire horse hold for me? The opportunity to shake things up, the opportunity to keep you motivated, and the opportunity to bring you healing. All of those things. Barbie. Barbie, I should have asked something else. No, man, this is the work. Like, this is the privileged work. When we are in a space where we can do that, I think, Barbie, see it as a real privilege. See it as like, if you're finally ready for that to come out, it's a good thing. It is. It absolutely is. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and be excited for the journey. Start a new journal and have fun with it. Seriously. So Barbie says, I've been doing so much work for so long, and I feel like I'm getting absolutely nowhere. Which actually isn't the truth. It is the truth that you're feeling that way, but you're actually not charting your own growth. I think if you would chart your growth better, you would see there's a lot of growth here and continues to be. I think you're just trained to make yourself small and make yourself feel small. I think that's your training. And I think that's probably the story that needs to get retold. Okay. Escabro, great to see you on Twitch. Can I ask what messages spiritual guides have for my life and growth? Okay. What messages spiritual guides have for my life and growth? I think the first thing is about figuring out what you need to know but don't know. Like, there's information that you're missing. It could be life information, emotional information. It could be Escabro, it could be about learning to feel what you feel. Like you had sort of said, you're a confused human trying to live life. Start with identifying your feelings. What are you feeling? What are you feeling? And identify your feelings, then figure out why you're feeling what you're feeling. I think it's about understanding your feelings. Now you say, I'm doing meditations lately, a lot of weird visuals, don't know what they mean. Don't worry about it. Keep doing the meditation. But what is more important right now is emotional understanding. This is time to get your emotional intelligence degree. That's what happens. That's what's necessary. Cypherum. To look on the past and I'm currently writing about the trauma I went through in childhood. And I've noticed emotional pain surfaces, but for different reasons. Far less emotional pain. So it's not ego death, but the result of healing. To look on the past and it no longer hurts. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Daytime Moon, great to see you on Twitch. How's my fire horse here? Here we go. So Daytime Moon, I think it can be really great. I think you can have a lot of fun, a lot of inspiration, but do not be held back by the things that have been unfair in your life. Let those motivate you. Let the things that have hurt you motivate you rather than make you small. Let the things that have hurt you cause you to be extra special interested in your own success. It'll be a good year. Okay, Anka K. Got a few here. Okay. So we've got a question for your dad. Which would be more helpful? We've got 1, 2, and 3. And obviously not a doctor, but I'll tell you what I think based on what cards come up. Okay. Okay, Anka. 1, 2, 3. I like 3 best. Which is interesting, but I do. Also 1 could be helpful. They may happen in conjunction. Okay, and then you also want to know what the fire horse holds for you. And, oh, nice. Look at that. It's literally the fire horse, literally. So the thing is, what it offers is motivation. What it offers is access to the fire energy. The question is, where do you want to take it? What do you want to do with it? That's really the bottom line. It offers you an opportunity. What do you want to do with that opportunity? Where do you want to take your energy? That's the question. Escabro, try writing. Try writing down what you're feeling and thinking. This might be a good time for journaling. And Seraphim, you are very welcome. Good job. Daytime Moon, you are very welcome. Okay, Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 4 years. I want to learn a few high energy dances this year. I love that. Oh my gosh, I want to do that with you. So fun. How can I harness the fire horse energy to help me energize for dancing? You've already got the motivation. I feel like it's already done. I think you can ask it to help your body as well, but you're going to have to support your body with the right exercise and the right nutrition to make that all happen. But I think it already is. I think that's the point. It already is. Oh, send me the link. Please do. Please do. Okay. Okay, Liz Harrison, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. How can I use the fire horse energy to my advantage this year and in what area of my life might this impact me the most? I love that. Oh, isn't that interesting? I mean, I think every area of your life, because I don't think you've ever been allowed to fully be in your fire. I don't think you've ever been allowed to just fully be motivated toward what you want. You've been taught from the moment you were born that your motivations are your motivation is to serve others. End of story. Doesn't matter what you want, doesn't matter what you're interested in. And so I think you're still deconstructing all of that. And this year helps you a great deal. This year helps you a great deal to continue to do that. And that doesn't mean that you won't still serve. And it doesn't mean that you won't still take care of what you need to do. But it does mean that you'll also not feel guilty for doing the things you're motivated to do for just you. Oh, Escabro, my passion hobby is writing. Well, there you go. That can also be your tool of healing and self-discovery. There you go. Claire C says, I will send you the link. Thank you. That's awesome. Teresa, I see you. You're in the queue. Von Ray, so good to see you. And you were commiserating with Barbie Bird about that thing. And I think Jeannie Mnuchin could sort of understand that too, that ongoing, trying, never feel like you're getting traction feeling. I think a lot of people do have that, and it's hard. So with that in mind, Von Ray, may I have a card on this topic? And for you, you know what I'm going to say? You will nurture your inner fire best when you are just having fun. Don't think about impact. Don't think about money. Don't think about where it's taking you. Just freaking have fun and see where it takes you. Seriously. Let the fun energy drive you forward. Because fire is fun too. Liz says, I really appreciate that. I've felt the momentum building and recently had a few situations happen that are helping me propel forward for just this. Thank you. Fabulous. Well done. All right. Helen, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. I gave 2 cats, Lola and Maya, to a friend and colleague. Her name is Galini. I feel like she cheated me and didn't take care of them as she promised. What do you have to say about Galini? I regret giving them away. I've given away many cats, but I feel a great burden for them. So, I mean, I think we're going to say that Galini does the best she can. Like, I don't think that she's intentionally mean to cats or intentionally reneging on her commitment. I think she does the best she can, the best she knows how to do. I think she's not patient. I think she has some issues. And I understand, regretting rehoming cats to a home that does not care for them as you would. But I think that's how you want to reframe it. It's as you would. It's unfortunate, but, different people handle their animals differently. And there's not a lot you can do. All right, Lumen, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I would like to ask, what does the Fire Horse have in store for me this year? How can I collaborate with the energy to make it transformative in the best way? Did you hear that sentence? That was so smart. How can I collaborate with the energy, the available energy, to make it transformative in the best way? That is what we do. That is what we do. I love that. Remember your passions. Remember who you are. Remember the things you have always wanted to do, Lumen. Remember all of those things. And focus it toward your career And I think you may be one who has a jobby job and a career. I could be wrong about that. Focus it towards your career, the thing you really want to be doing. That's the thing. That's what you're going to co-create with the universe this year and going forward. And it's what's been in you all of this time. All right. Over on Twitch, Angie Whisper, good to see you. Can I get messages about my love life? Feels a little lonely right now. I don't know if you're with someone or not, but if you are, you may want to replace them because this isn't feeling good. If you're not, that would make more sense. I think generally, Angie Whisper, what I would say is if you could focus not on your love life, if you could focus on your life and really get to a place where you're happy with what you're doing, you will more likely attract the sort of partner that you really want. I feel like you got to take care of you first. That's the way I see that. Helen, I'm so sorry. You are very welcome. Vaishali, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Vaishali. I feel like it's hard for you to know what to trust and to know how to move forward. That's really the key. Figure out what to trust and you can figure out how to move forward. Okay, Astro Ascension. What does the fire horse hold for you? We just did this. I just got fed to me again, and I'm not sure why, because I just did this. But I will say, motivation. Once again, motivation for all of the things that you want to do. Healing and motivation. That's what it's about, for sure. Okay. Not sure how to pronounce your name. Would it be Esanor? Not sure, but it's nice to see you on Twitch. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you have a question. Tell me how to pronounce your name. Okay, Teresa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. And thanks for being a member for more than 4 years and for using members only emojis and for having really fun with the emojis. You did a good job there. Look at that. Fire, horse, wheel. Well done. Okay. How do the Fire, Horse, and Wheel of Fortune show up for you this year? Honestly, you're going to find this interesting. They give you the strength to resist the things and people that you know are not good for you, but that you sometimes have a hard time resisting. They give you strength to resist and go for what you really want. My name is Sabby from India. So nice to meet you over on Twitch. You know, you look like Luna's older version from Harry Potter. I love that. Most people say I look like Professor Trelawney, and that's funny because she was the divinations professor. But that's a fun one. I'll take it. I like it. Thank you. Let me know if you have a question. And next we have Debbie O, Texas Virgo. Good to see you. A card and message, please. Can do, can do. Okay. Debbie. So for you right now, it's about figuring out who, we've seen these cards before. It's about figuring out who you trust, what is true, and where you want to go. It's about figuring out your own direction, not based on what someone else wants, but what you want. It's about your self-determination. That's really the key. Oh my goodness, Marion K. Tarot, my good friend. So nice to see you here. Thanks for being here. This year, Marion K. Tarot begins the divination conference season in Scotland. Check her out and check it out. Okay, Sabby over on Twitch. What does my future hold? Well, it depends what you want it to hold and what you do. I think there's opportunity for travel. I think there's opportunity for financial improvement. I think there's opportunity for relationship improvement, and opportunity for healing. So depending on what you want to do with it, all of that. Baby Cakes, good to see you. Bracing for another snowstorm. I know you are. I know you are. Baby Cakes, can I have a card on the topic for myself for 2026? So, how will the fire energy manifest in your life in 2026? Baby Cakes, what if it brings you romance? Seriously. I mean, given what you do for a living, this could also be a great job. What if it's both? What if it's both? I would say be open to both and look for both. Oh, Sabby, yay. I love that is how my life is moving on the right path. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Marion K. Tarot, my good friend. I'd love to know what you see coming up for me in this new energy. SOS, my friend. Do you say that in Scotland? Do you say SOS? Same old stuff? Because I feel like you run. I mean, you're a Tauran, so you're very strong in the earth energy. But I also want to say this year of fire corresponds with where you are personally, spiritually, and in your career. And in a way, you almost resist it. Like you resist having to do the things that you're called to do. But Marion, the horse calls, the wheel of fortune calls, and you answer the call whether you want to or not. That's how I see it. And you are moving yourself forward creatively, spiritually, professionally, personally, in every single way. That's what I see, Miss Marion. RKFBE over on Instagram. Card and message. So we're talking about the fire energy today. And I feel like you may not be feeling it. You may not be feeling your internal fire. You may not be feeling that energy that helps you move forward. I feel like you may be caught up in some uncertainty and maybe not be feeling good about yourself. So let's turn this all around, my friend. Remember your excellence, remember your talent, remember your skill, remember your kindness. There it is. Baby Cake says, thank you, not sure, but your message just gave me chills. I will take it as an additional confirmation and a good sign. Yeah, there you go. Same. Joanne Ellis, good to see you. A card from the fire energy. High Priestess. So this is interesting, Joanne, because the fire energy encourages you to protect your peace. Like you put a ring of fire around yourself as a really good boundary and protect your peace. That's what you're going to do. Amy Emberhart, my good friend, thanks for being here over on Instagram. Glad you're here. I would love a card. Here we go. Amy. It's a bunch of cards. Amy, of your 3 children, there is only one you need to worry about, and it's the one who's not an adult. That's what you need to know. Beyond that, trust the energy, trust how you know the energy works, and all will be well. Marion says, thank you. Yes, I do the things even when I don't want to. Yep, you do. And that is what makes you so incredibly good and so incredibly successful. My friends, are we at last call? I think we are. My friends, I want to thank you so much for stopping in on a Sunday morning. It's so great to see you. Tomorrow, I'll be back, 9:30 a.m., internet willing, with your 3-card weekly reading to start your week. And then for the members of the YouTube channel, members on YouTube, we will be recording the tarot scopes live tomorrow evening. The link is already up. Again, internet willing, that's what we're doing. I am available for readings. I have openings today. You can get in with me today or this week. There is a link right in the description to book with me. StaarCon is coming October 2, 3, and 4. Join us in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. You know you want to. There is a link in the description to learn more and get your tickets. Going back on over, just got in under the wire. Lakinsky, glad you're here on Instagram. Can I please have a reading for the topic? Yes, indeed, you may. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Fire in your life, the fire energy in your life is going to inspire you to learn, to grow, to open your mind, find new tools and new ways to use them, and initiate new journeys. You've been holding back on this a little bit. You will hold back no longer. Oh, Astro Ascension, you still don't have your voice back from your illness. I'm so sorry. Sending you lots of love and healing. All right, my friends, we are back to last call. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. And I will look forward to seeing you soon. Get those StaarCon tickets, book your readings. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yes, Trey, absolutely. Do you think I could ask one clarification on my reading? Yes, my friend. And we've got DePonte and we've got a bunch of people coming in. So, yeah, get that in. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to take care of, where did DePonte go? There. Okay. I'm going to take care of DePonte and Theranaya. Okay. DePonte. You know, I feel like you need a moment to not work and just hang out with your friends and the people you love. Take a minute off when you can. If it's a day, an hour, a week, I don't care what it is, you need some time off to enjoy. Theranaya. Theranaya, a card on the topic. Oh, it may be many cards. I only restrict myself on Mondays and Fridays. So, fire energy in your life. Be careful, Theranaya. Sometimes fire energy can come up as anger and frustration and can cause destruction. If something needs to be destroyed in your life, go for it. But if not, you may want to manage your fire energy carefully so it can be more about motivation and less about scorched earth. Although sometimes scorched earth is necessary, you can decide if it is or not. Trey, this is the question. It's an interesting one. Should I abandon any distractions and create that singular focus to get it done? No. Nope. That would be way too easy, Trey. No. No, you got to work it in with the rest of your life. You cannot deny yourself. You cannot live like a monk, even though you try to. No, you should not. You should just trust yourself to get it done in and amidst the rest of your life. And I say that out of self-interest because I don't want to be one of the distractions that you abandon. Although I would have, if the reading came out that way, I would have given that reading, of course. But I'm glad it came out the way it did. All right. My friends, I think we are back to last call. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Take really good care. Have a great day. Thanks for being here.